in just the past 24 hours, Fani Willis is going to be re-scrutinized in court and possibly disqualified from the Georgia 2020 election RICO case that she's brought on. And over in New York, Stormy Daniels had an absolutely disastrous testimony. And then the FBI caught red-handed again trying to set Donald Trump up, leaving his only active case in New York where he's basically chained to a courtroom. Look, I'm going to get to Fani and Stormy and all that stuff up here in New York in just a second, but let me start with what we found out with Jack Smith's case against him in the document thing in the last 12 hours. Turns out that all the classified document pictures that we were shown like over and over and over again at the Mar-a-Lago raid, staged, all staged. And that is why this case, brought by Jack Smith, disingenuously, I might add, has been postponed indefinitely. Because they were forced to admit in court that they tampered with evidence, that they staged photos and materials not found in the search, and then lied to the court about it. Fun fact, also, the FBI actually brought those classified cover sheets you see right there with them knowing about the raid. They were going to place them on stuff without actually knowing what is classified or not. They just started sticking these on documents that they found in boxes and then took a bunch of photos. Now, if you remember the initial reports, the media were like, they went apoplectic with Donald Trump over this, and they were salivating at the possibility of him going to jail.
If I were like Donald Trump's lawyer right now, and thank God I'm not, I would be advising my client to be telling my family, I am looking at jail time and we should, make plans accordingly.
Nonetheless, we believe in the rule of law, and that's what our country is about, and no person is above the law, not even the President of the United States, not even a former President of the United States.
They're fascists. And so they're making fascist threats, and we need to do what the United States has always done. We need to confront fascism and defeat it. So everybody that's freaking out over fascists being fascists, well, guess what? That's what fascists do. That's why we have law enforcement to actually bring fascists to justice.
I don't know if you noticed, but Joe Scarborough said fascist 7 times in 20 seconds. Go back and count it if you don't believe me. The FBI and the agents who raided his house had absolutely no idea what was classified and what wasn't. If there was a classified marking on it, doesn't mean it was currently classified. It just means at some point it was. Things are declassified all the time. They were just slapping cover sheets on stuff that they found in boxes, but just like the Russia collusion case, this was over-sensationalized to give them a way to get President Trump. In August, FBI agents took about 33 boxes and containers of 11,000 documents from Mar-a-Lago. Remember these headlines? They boasted like outlandish numbers of alleged violations to any media outlet that would report it. None of the reporting was accurate. 200,000 pages? Give me a break. Keep in mind, all of these amounted to 38 classified documents in total. This is what 38 documents looks like. This is 38 pages. But they took 33 of these boxes, filled them with stuff, sometimes personal, and just to get the headline, to create the sensation, to back up a special counsel charging the former president of the United States with BS. Where did the mainstream media report that Trump attorneys had previously worked with the National Archives that came to Mar-a-Lago and inspected these documents? They never talked about that. And just to simply ask him to put another lock on the storage facility. Nope, couldn't have that headline. But what's even more concerning is that some of these documents, 38, not 30 billion or 200,000, that they were seized at the raid, those documents, many of those were part of ones that were packaged up and sent to Mar-a-Lago, not at the request of Trump, but at the request of the current administration's General Services Administration, or the GSA, who boasts on their webpage, delivering effective and efficient government services for the American people. Right, you're all fired the day Trump is sworn back into office. You shipped him documents that weren't checked, and then they were reconfiscated and then used against him to justify a raid. Some people would say this rhymes with setup.